What's going on, everybody? My name is Jordan Robinson. I am the program manager for Adelante's Diverse IT program, and today I am here to hopefully simplify some solutions for you. Today we are going to go over a common question that I get, which is how to go ahead and connect our computer. How do we connect the desktop to the monitor, to the printer, to the peripherals? And don't be intimidated by the word peripherals. That's just a fancy word for your mouse, your keyboard, your webcam, and your Wi-Fi. First, I want to go ahead and point out some of the devices we're going to be connecting to our computer. The first peripheral is going to be a keyboard. It's a USB keyboard. A USB stands for Universal Serial Bus. It means it can go in any one of the USB ports on your computer. The next is going to be a USB mouse. Same is going to be true. We're going to plug it into any one of our USB ports on the computer. Next, we are going to have our webcam. Our webcam, again, is going to be a USB device that we can plug into any one of our ports on our computer. And in a moment, I'm going to show you what those ports look like. Another device we're going to be plugging in today is going to be our Wi-Fi. Most of us might be used to our Ethernet cable, which is a plug that goes into the back, but this will allow us to be able to connect to the internet without any wires. Lastly, we have what's called our A to B device. This is what's going to connect one of our USB ports to our printer. We have our video cable, and then we also have speakers. These are not USB speakers. These are using 1/8" adapters, similar to a headphone jack. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like to connect them. Ready to get started? Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start actually connecting some of the parts that we just discussed to the actual back of the computer. We're going to start from the bottom to the top so we don't go ahead and obstruct our view of the items that we're connecting. The first item I'm going to go ahead and connect here is going to be my DVI cable. DVI stands for Digital Video Input, and this, what most people are familiar with, is going to be a blue cable on the end that still has an area where you can screw in with two. And we are going to color coordinate that so it's white to white. If we had that blue VGA connection, it would be blue here. We'd be taking our blue tip to the blue connection. But for today's lesson, we're doing white to white. So the next item that we are going to connect is going to be our speakers. It's going to take an audio 1/8" connection that is color coordinated. Green goes into green on the back of your desktop there. You'll also have some sort of power. Many speakers now are powered by either USB or this is just a two-prong connection. This is a simple two-prong that you'll plug into any outlet on your surge protector or your wall outlet. The next items that we're going to go ahead and go over are going to be our keyboard, our mouse, and our webcam. So our mouse, again, is going to be the simple USB connection. We're going to go ahead and engage that in any one of the colors here. Since we only have white there, we're not matching any whites to white, so I'm going to use one of the black ones. We're going to just talk about these blue ones here in a moment and how they're a little bit more special. Same is going to be true for our keyboard here. I'm going to take the USB connection for our keyboard, and once again I'm going to plug it into one of our top connections here that is uncolored. The reason why I keep referring to the top connections is there's two devices that I want to try to connect to faster connections, and anytime we see the SS or the blue, that indicates it's a faster USB connection. So the first one I'm going to plug into, again, is USB. I'm going to plug into one of these ports, and it is our webcam. Next, we do have a match in our color coordination. It's blue to blue, as you can tell, and I'm going to plug my USB receiver, Wi-Fi receiver, into one of the blue USB ports that are indicating it has a faster speed, and now we are connected in that regard. And then lastly, I'm going to take my A to B cable for my printer. I'm going to engage it in any one of the available USB ports, same as we did with the other devices. And I'm going to show you where that goes on into the printer here in a moment. But now, as you can tell, we have everything connected in the back of the computer except for our power, which I'll show you here in a moment as well. So the last thing we're going to connect is going to be our three-prong power cable to the connector on the back of our desktop. It's just going to go ahead and simply slide into there, and we're going to seat the other end into, again, either our surge protector or a wall outlet. Let's go ahead and now continue by configuring the monitor and the printer. Alright, right now we have our screen oriented in what's called a portrait view, and this is so I can give you a better view of what it's like to connect the cables. Traditionally, your screen is probably sitting in a landscape, so just keep that in mind when you're connecting yours, that you'll probably be coming from underneath to connect these cables. They probably won't have these connections on the side. So I'm going to return our device there. Alright. So, remember how we were saying things are color coordinated earlier? We're now going to take our white cable, our DVI cable, and connect it to our white DVI input on the back of the monitor. Go ahead and give those screws a few turns, and now keep that nice and seated. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and connect the power. So again, I'm going to take my 3-prong power cable and plug it into the 3-prong power input on the back of the device. Now that those both are configured and connected, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to its landscape view so that way we can see it in orientation that we're used to when engaging with the computer. Lastly, we need to go ahead and connect our printer, and then finally it's time to power everything on. So lastly, we're going to go ahead and connect our printer. I have first what's called my A to B. This is the A portion of the cable. And I'm going to go ahead and connect it to this small kind of squarish area in the top there of your printer. It has a kind of strange side to it, so it will only fit in there one orientation of the square. So you might have to rotate the cable a little bit to get it in there, but it will eventually get into the right position where you can't seat it correctly. Lastly, we have another 3-prong power cable. I'm going to put it into my 3-prong power input on the printer. And now we are finally ready to go ahead and fire everything up. So let's take a look what that looks like. Okay, so next we are going to go ahead and power up all of our devices. You're going to have to locate the power button on your computer. It's a little bit different for each device, but it's going to be a circle. And it has a little dash at the 12 o'clock there. Go ahead and hit the circle with the dash one time to go ahead and power up your device. So you're going to go ahead and hit your power button once you've located it one time to go ahead and power on the computer. You should see some lights start to come on indicating that the device has power and is now sending power to your other devices. Okay, you're also going to have to locate the power button for your printer. Remember, that's a circle with a little dash at 12 o'clock, and the power button for your monitor. Again, the little circle with the dash at 12 o'clock. Once all three have been powered on, you want to give them a moment to finish the connection, but now your printer, your monitor, your desktop, your webcam, your Wi-Fi, and speakers are all connected as one. Okay, once again, my name is Jordan Robinson from Adelante's Diverse IT, where we try to make tech easy for you. And hopefully today I've simplified a solution for you, and you're now comfortable connecting your computer to your desktop, your printer, your Wi-Fi, webcam, and speakers. I look forward to simplifying some other solutions for you in the future. Talk to you soon. Bye.